Good morning, my people. Welcome back to another YouTube. Look at that Oompa Loompa head. So we are just about to weigh in. It is Friday morning, registration day, and took a look at myself in the mirror there upon awake, and I must say, it's looking promising. I am looking extremely sharp and dry through the legs. So I do actually think my body weight will be down, and I wouldn't be all too surprised if I actually have a new prep low, which I'm half hoping for because it's going to give me more room to eat up today and still stay under my cap for weigh-ins and registration this evening at 5 p.m. So I'll set you up here, guys. We'll check the weigh-in and we'll see where we're at. 97.75. Okay, not too bad. I believe that is actually 0.05 kg down from where we were yesterday morning. I thought it was going to be a little bit lower because I did weigh in at 99.6 last night, but it's all good. So gotta wait another 2 hours or so till it's actually bright, until I can take my check-in photos. I actually did wake up at like silly o'clock in the morning this morning, like 3 a.m. I didn't get to sleep until like 10 o'clock last night. So I got 4 hours and 28 minutes of sleep, which is pretty poor, but like 2 hours of that was deep sleep. So I'm not actually feeling too bad, all things considered. Now, I may potentially try and nap today around 9, 10 a.m.-ish if I can, just to get a little bit more sleep in, because I don't think that'll affect my sleep tonight. But I'm going to be relaxing and chillaxing all day today anyway. I'm not going to be moving. I'm not going to be doing much. I'm just going to be vlogging and documenting everything for you guys for the YouTube. So if you haven't already liked the video, like the video, guys. Can we get this video to 200 likes? Can we smash 200 likes for this video? Help me out, help a brother out. Come on, hit that like button down below. So you know the drill, guys. First thing every AM, we have got 1 scoop of Conte Sports Hydroflow, DMAC 10 for discount, with a scoop of creatine and some glutamine in there. And we've got a lovely black coffee. So what I'm going to do now is sit down and reply to some of the messages I've been getting on Instagram, because I do have quite a few of them and a lot in my requests. Really do appreciate everyone reaching out, guys. I think always on show day, you do get a lot of support from people wishing you the best of luck, etc. However, this year, it's been on another level compared to where it was last season. I feel like me doing these daily vlogs and documenting my journey a little bit more has probably helped with that. I'm getting so many message requests from like random people I just do not know at all, and loads of other like really good bodybuilders as well, messaging me and being like, I'm on prep at the moment, I've been watching your vlogs, it's really helping me, I watch it on the Stairmaster every single morning, blah de blah. And it's fucking sick, right? Even some bodybuilders are looking at him like, whoa, this dude is like a better bodybuilder than me. He's fucking sick. Like, what is he doing watching my vlogs? But it's good to know that people actually do appreciate them and do actually enjoy watching them. So it's been worthwhile me waking them. So fucking sick, guys. Love you all. I also just wanted to show you something which I think is pretty sick. So Beyond the Stage shared this post, collaborated with Boys and Tries, which is like one of the biggest bodybuilding pages on Instagram, and some other muscle TV page, which I've never heard of. But anyway, I have heard of Boys and Tries, and it's basically just the lineup for the Scotland show tomorrow. And I'm up there on the top left. So pretty cool. I was blown away when I seen this. I know it's only a small thing, guys, but I feel like it's one of those things that when you make it onto one of these bodybuilding pages, it's almost like a small little bit of a made it vibe, to show that you're decent enough to be in the conversation or on the radar of, you know, the people who run these pages, and kind of call out the good competitors that are going to be competing at the shows and stuff. And looking at all of those guys, they're all really fucking good, mate. Ryan Gabelloni there on the bottom right hand corner. I'm coming for you, Ryan. It's going to be a battle tomorrow, mate. It's going to be a battle. Ryan may or may not be watching this, but me and Ryan are good mates. Kuba also coaches him as well, so that'll be a great battle. And then we've got Hayden Woodcock on the top right-hand corner as well, that Ross Byrne coaches. He is absolutely incredible. If you look up Classic Physique in the dictionary, you're probably going to see a picture of this dude. His shape and structure is just wild. So he's not actually in my class, but I imagine he's going to be in the overall, right? So very good guy. And lots of good guys at this show as well. Even some guys that aren't in this picture, I know that are going to be competing there, are going to be very good. So it's going to be an incredible show, guys. I'm really looking forward to it, and I am very excited to step on stage now. Also, just want to give a huge shout out to Chloe Thompson for everything that she does for me and continues to do for me for this show. Nip slip, it's all good. It's all good. Definitely have to drop the video a like for that one. But yeah, her help is definitely, I wouldn't be able to do this shit without her, honestly. So I'm looking very, very nice this morning after that first base coat of tan. So another coat or two now, and Chloe's going to have me looking tops. So we will shower this first coat off. I will shave as well because I've been trying to time that as best as possible. I want to like shower the first coat off now, shave, do another coat in the kind of mid-afternoon, evening time before I do registration, and then assess and see what it looks like this evening. Do I need one more, or will I just run with the top coat tomorrow?
Yeah, first coat of tan was absolutely lovely.
Yeah, first coat of tan has sat really well. I've obviously been doing, sunbeds the whole way through prep and taking Milano tan up until this point so that I have a good base layer of tan. And honestly, guys, if you compete, like I see so many guys on prep and I'm like, bro, take some fucking tanners and do a sunbed. Like, you're pale as a ghost. And the tan just does not sit on you the same if you do not have a good base and foundation under there. And I know there's going to be a lot of guys that are like, oh, but sunbeds, give you skin cancer, blah, blah. Mate, you're fucking injecting steroids into your arse, into your shoulders, and you're worried about cancer from a couple of sunbeds for a few weeks straight. I mean, come down off the fucking cross. You know what I mean? So
if they are pale, I would say if you have a girlfriend that can tan you up, do a base coat if you are going to get your tan professionally done.
Yeah.
If not,
you can't have mine. But
yeah, sorry, I'm taken. But if not, do your tan yourself because it saves some stress.
Yeah, it really does. It saves some stress. You don't have to be going to the venue. You don't have to be waiting around, standing around. Just the kind of uncomfortable feeling of just like fucking stripping off and going into the tanning booth with like loads of people there. Not that I give a fuck anyway, but it's just way more chill and easy to do it at home. I got my own tan done for the first show of the season last time around. And then for the second show and the third show, me and Chloe actually just done it ourselves and it turned out way better. Yeah. To be honest, the colour was actually much nicer. So yeah, it may be worthwhile. And you save yourself a fortune, guys. Like all those bottles of tan and the sheen and the glaze that I got, it was like 70 quid. So still cheaper than getting your tan done at one show. And I've got 3 shows to do. So it's definitely worthwhile. So next up on the agenda, guys, I am just going to get today's YouTube video ready to go live, do the thumbnail, and then you can run it up. But it will already be the next day by the time you're watching this video and you've watched that one. But I'm super fucking happy with that video. Honestly, I think it's the best video I've done so far. So if you haven't watched that video, guys, go back and watch that travel day video at 2 days out. I was super happy with how it turned out. I actually thought it was a pretty sick video. Sometimes, as a content creator, cringe. You kind of make a video, right? And you're like, it's a little bit boring. There's too much dead space in that. There's too much talking. That's not that much value in that. That's not great. And you're not that happy with it, right? But every now and again, you make a video and you watch it back and you're like, I really like that video. That video slaps hard. I, just pieced that together very, very well, etc., etc. And yesterday's video was just one of those videos. It was just like, yeah, that was sick. I'm actually happy with that video for once, because oftentimes I'm like, this video is shit, but I'm just going to post it anyway for the sake of being consistent. But anyway, guys, next up, we are going to be checking in and getting our plan of action for the day. So I'll update you on that once I hear back from Cuba. I'm just going to take a break from the vlogging pretty much for the next 2 hours and only report back when I have something useful, so that I am not rambling on and on and on in this video, because I want this one to be pretty engaging as well. Now, my weigh-in, I did think was going to be a little bit lower this morning, guys. Okay, so I am actually only 1.5 pounds from my cap, and weigh-in is in 12 hours time. So we will have to be very mindful of that. But Cuba did tell me yesterday that we will be pulling back a little bit today. Imagine we'll probably have to pull back on the fluid as well. And the food is going to be very, very low volume in nature. So it is going to be quite different, I imagine, from what we would have been eating up until this point. So it would be very interesting for you guys to see that as well, just so you get an insight as to basically how we run things and how we operate and what we need to do to make weight, right? And this is something that is a completely new experience for me as well. So it's going to be a great learning for me, not just as a bodybuilder, but also as a coach, right? For when I am coaching competitors who have to make their weight cap as well. So that's a really, really beneficial thing about this season too, is that I get to learn and soak in all of this knowledge from Cuba, see how he kind of operates, see what the considerations are, the adjustments and manipulations that need to be made. And it's just learning and improving again as a bodybuilder and as a coach. So really, really looking forward to it. So guys, I will catch up with you in a little bit. Okay guys, we took some check-in photos, but the lighting is pretty shit inside and it's making me look a lot more washed out than I actually am. I still think I look pretty decent, to be honest. I think I look full. I'm definitely definitely feeling the effects of that poor night's sleep now. I'll tell you, last trip said I felt alright, now feeling fucked. So not ideal, but I'll definitely try and nap and see what the story is. So we're going to go downstairs now, take some checking photos outside because I think the lighting is going to be a little bit better. It's still super early as well, so no one is going to actually be up to see me. And then we'll send those pictures to Kuba. He's still not up, should be up around 6:30ish. So I should have these pictures over to him in time for that. Oh yeah, there we go. Now you can see the condition.
Your head's not even
We're
on.
rolling.
Oh, you want this?
Right guys, just took around the checking shots there. Very happy with how we're looking outside. So I'll show you a quick condition check here. From the legs low.
Yeah. Wow.
Glutes. Back shot.
Yeah.
More. Oh, that's enough.
Just to rock and roll with what I've listed on your sheet for meal one, which is in terms of food measurements, how much water are you putting into your rice for 100 grams?
So normally what I'll do is if I'm cooking rice, I'll do 1.5 water to rice ratio. So that would be about 150 mils. Yeah. So like, let's say for example, if I cook 350 grams of rice or 300 grams of rice in the morning, I'll put in 450 mils of water.
Okay, amazing. So what I want you to do, meal one, cod, 125 grams of rice, 125 grams of cod, 100 grams of rice.
Yeah.
50 grams of pineapple, 20 grams of raisin, 10 grams of olive oil, and 2 caramel Snacker Jacks. In terms of food volume, this is probably going to be about 500 grams.
Okay.
So you're still going to stay within the cap.
Yeah.
And then what I want you to keep doing is still have your fluid measured out outside of you, but I want you to just keep sipping. So let's say you've got a 1 litre bottle outside of you measured out, right?
I got some bottles of Evian, so I knew exactly how much I'd be having.
Amazing. Just keep sipping them.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah, I'll just sip. Yeah.
Yeah, just keep sipping. And then eat this, wait a little while, have a coffee if you want another coffee, no issue. Hopefully you have another shit, which you probably will. And that should keep us sustained pretty well because that's a low volume meal, but it's still like 725 calories, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and 1.5 grams of salt still with that, yeah?
Yeah, your salt stays put. That salt amount for you is perfect.
Yeah.
Other people, they might retain a little bit on that. But for you, I think that salt amount is ideal.
Yeah.
So salt does not change. So just before you eat the rice, just take some body weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you any posing, no walking.
Yeah.
Eat the food, relax, chill. And I'll probably have you check in with me probably like midday at 12 o'clock with some pictures. But
Okay.
I want you to keep sending me away just so I know exactly what's going on, please.
Will do, bro.
Wicked.
A1.
You'll have at least 3 rice meals, bud, and then we might do like 2-3 other meals or something else.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, just so we can just cook it all into one pot. I actually brought my pot from at home as well because I like the way the rice is cooked in it, just to keep everything consistent. One mate, plan of action is set out. That's all good. I'm happy with that. So I will keep you posted. I'm going to weigh myself just before I eat this meal in like 30-45 minutes. Drop you a text, put it in my tracker as well. I'll put in the notes on the side there, just weight pre-meal, and you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to send you a plan for the entire day today, but
it doesn't work like that. I'm aware. Yeah.
Yeah. If we didn't have the cap to meet, it'd be easier to do that because we would be able to have like a baseline plan today. Where today, ideally, I would want you eating very close to what I had yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So overall macros for today will be very close to what we've had yesterday, but it might
in the evening.
It might have to be like 3 larger meals in the evening, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all good. I knew that was going to be the case yesterday anyway, with what you told me. So that's all good, bro.
So what it might have to be is like weigh in, Then we'll have like a 200 gram carb meal, 200 gram carb meal, and 200 gram carb meal. Job done.
Yeah.
Like last night, the meal that we've had, for example, with cream of rice, kind of rice and stuff like that, and rice cakes and honey, I bet that went down proper easy, isn't it?
Very, very easy, mate. And it was funny because even the last 3 meals yesterday, my weight didn't budge. And I think that was because at that, I usually front load my water for the day, mate. So, you know, I had most of my water drank. I probably only drank 2 litres in with those last 3 meals. So as a result, I was eating a meal, sipping that water, and then the weight was staying the same. So I reckon today, if I have these meals in the morning time, I sip away at the water and don't go overboard, my weight will stay pretty consistent for weigh-ins, and then we can just, boom, eat up in the evening and I'll be A1. So I'm actually not that stressed about it, mate. I think it's going to be perfect. Bang on.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah.
Right. Job's done.
Good stuff. Thank you very much.
Lovely, mate. Keep me posted, please, mate, okay?
Yeah, will do, bro. Thank you.
Get the meal down, legs up, chill, no posing, just relax.
Yeah, A1. Right, thank you.
Lovely. See you later.
Good luck. Bye-bye. So guys, you would have heard the plan of action from Kuba for today in that last clip. It's a little while later. I have obviously showered, shaved, cleaned myself up, feeling a lot fresher now. I'm just about to weigh myself pre-meal 1, so I'm going to show you what that is. And then I'll send the body weight across to Kuba, eat the meal, and then see what happens, I suppose. I'll just touch base with you as we're going through in between the meals on the day, give you updates as to where my body weight is at, and I suppose just show and document the process of making weight, because I do think it will be interesting and a good learning for you guys as well. $97.55. Good stuff. Meal number 1 going in, guys. We've got our 125 cod, 100 rice, 20 raisins, 2 rice cakes, and 50 pineapple. And as the day goes on, I am actually going to be making sure that I'm tracking everything in as much detail as I possibly can. So notes over on the side here. Pre-meal, you can see I've put in 600 mils of water with hydroflow upon wake, 1 coffee 30 minutes after, 700 ml before meal, what my weighing is, what my salt is for meal. And I've been doing this pretty much every single meal as the week has been going on, just to make sure that I'm being super accurate with everything, keeping a track in it, and we have all of that data. So it's very tedious and time consuming, guys, but if you want to nail things down, this is just what needs to be done. I'm going to enjoy this meal because it's a little bit late for me to be eating meal number 1, and I am absolutely ravenous. So yeah, it's going to be a fun day making weight. 97.85, and the time is 9:30. All right, guys, little update. So it's about another hour and 10 minutes later, and I checked in with Kuba with my weight the last time, and he said, you're still going to drop. When you get down to around 97.2 kg, we can eat another meal. So I reckoned I needed to sleep because I was just wrecked. So he was like, bro, just fucking take a Xanax, try and get some sleep. When you wake up, you'll definitely be down, we'll get another meal in. So I've actually been pacing like a racehorse, to be honest, the last hour, which is good, right? Because I'm flushing all the fluid out of me. And I still can't sleep after taking 1 Xanax. So I got off there, I weighed myself, 97.2 exactly. So I texted him, and he was like, I was like, look, I'm 97.2, but I'm going to try and sleep now. I still haven't shut off yet. I'm going to try and sleep, and then I'll wake up and I'll eat the meal. And he was like, no, get the meal in now. Take another Xanax as well, so that you can eat the meal and you can actually sleep. So it's the plan of action. Full transparency with you guys, you know, sometimes these drugs, they're just required. And he's like, look, it's going to keep your stress down, your anxiety down. It's going to help you sleep. That's just what's needed. It's not going to affect the look. And again, full transparency, I was gobbling those bad boys from like 6 weeks out last year, whereas I've literally only taken, this is only my like third one I've taken all prep this year, because I do think taking them so frequently the last time around probably got me to sleep earlier, but got me waking up earlier. And it was just a bad habit. You know, back in my heyday when I was in college, I used to be gobbling them fucking bad boys up on full trays and just being stoned for days. So those days are behind me, guys. Those days are behind me. I would not recommend that to anyone, by the way. This is bad advice from someone who lives a very healthy bodybuilding lifestyle now, but you can see and understand why I live the bodybuilding lifestyle now, because the lifestyle I used to live, guys, was not good. Look, I grew up around the wrong people. Let's just leave it at that. So Chloe is in here in the kitchen now, throwing together meal number 2 for me. Look at that. Jacked. And it's going to be the exact same as meal number 1. So 125 cod, 100 rice, 10 grams of olive oil, 20 raisins, 50 pineapple, and 2 rice cakes. And then I'm going to eat this and just go straight to bed. Eat this, couple sips of water, straight to bed, try and sleep, and then hopefully wake up at like 12, maybe a little bit after, take photos for Cuba, and then we're going to apply another coat of tan, and then try to be at registration early. So registration's from 5 to 6 p.m. I'm going to land on at like 4 p.m. so that I can be like first one in the queue, height, weight immediately, and then get home as quick as I possibly can so that I can get some large meals in, because Cuba reckons we're going to be doing 3 meals of like 200 grams of carbs just to make sure I'm hitting the same amount of carbs as yesterday. This meal is 120 grams of carbs, so I'm going to have 2 of those. That's 240 carb. That means we still have another 460 carb to get in by the end of the day. So yeah, it's going to be 3 large meals of like 150-ish carb, which will be tremendous in the evening time, but I'm just hoping I have enough time to like digest them and then still get a good night's sleep tonight. So, you know, we'll wait and see. But guys, I'm just going to eat this meal now. I'm going to try and get some kip, and I'll catch up with you if I'm actually able to. I don't know if I will be, but you'll find out soon. How are we doing, guys? So, I slept about an hour there. My hour still hasn't updated for me, so I don't know exactly how long it was, but fuck me. I feel like a new man. now. I fell asleep literally instantly after that meal, so I ate that meal, came in light horizontal, fell asleep. I can kind of feel it sitting in my stomach a little bit, so plan of action is to get up now, sit up, and see if I can go to the toilet, sip a tiny little bit of water, and then weigh myself, take some pictures for Cuba, and see what we're looking like. So might vlog that for the YouTubes if I can get some decent lighting and a decent angle, and we'll see. Sorry if I seem a little groggy, I literally only just woke up, but straight on it, straight updating the vlogs. So here we are. Okay guys, so I woke up from my slumber and I weighed in at 97.15 kg. So that's actually the lowest weight I've been at all day, which is unreal. It gives me 1.25 kg for my cap. So I'm super fucking happy with that. I knew after a little bit of sleep I would drop a nice bit of weight. I literally woke up, took a very small poo, weighed myself, and boom. And it was a lot better than Cuba was expecting. So that is absolutely fantastic. Now, plan of action for the rest of the day is I'm going to take my check-in photos in like 10 minutes time, which will be 1 p.m. We're going to run with the exact same meal that we've had for meal 1 and 2 for 3 p.m. And then for the rest of the day, guys, this is what we're going to run with. Now, this is a very provisional. So registration is at 5 to 6 p.m. Okay, I'm going to get there at 4 p.m. and obviously bring my scales so I can keep an eye on my weighing and hopefully be like the first one to height in and register and all that. And then by the time I get home, I might not have to have meal 5 that's here, but we're going to bring meal 4 and 5 here just in case. Now, Cuba has written down the times he wants me to have these meals at, and we're going to have meal 4 at 4 p.m, which should be like right when we get there to register or just beforehand, but it's super, super low volume. And then meal 5 is going to be another lower volume meal, but slightly pulled back in carbs. I don't even think we're going to have this. I'm going to bring it anyway. I don't even think we're going to have it though. To be honest, he'll probably like add to this, like maybe add a little bit more cream rice to this, but we will prepare it anyway. But as you can see here, it's a very strange amalgamation of things, but he reckons like, look, I know exactly how this is going to weigh. It's going to weigh very, very low. As you can see, it's literally like rice cakes with like almond butter, honey, raisins, pineapple, like whey iso. So it's like super, super low volume, but 116 carb in that meal 4, 100 carb in that meal 5, with 11 to 12 grams of fat in each of them, and like just 30 protein. So very, very low volume foods. Now, I do definitely reckon if my weight has dropped that much already, if I keep just sipping water, and I have this next meal at 3:30, again, if we go like clockwork, like or 1:30, if we go like clockwork like we have for the remainder of the day, by the time I get to registration at 4 p.m, I reckon I'm probably going to be back down at like 97.15 again. If that's the case, I'll definitely be able to have that meal 4 just before I register, weigh in, height in, boom, I'm on the money. We come home, don't even need to have that meal number 5. We add to it quite a lot,
and then we have a much bigger meal 6 because we've still got around 130 grams of carbs left to eat. Or we might just have that meal 5 and then just have 130 carbs before bed. So yeah, I'm super happy, guys. I'm super happy. This is a very interesting experience for me to go through and seeing how we're kind of manipulating the food as the day is going on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy, and honestly, I feel like a fucking new man after that sleep, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I knew that was just what I needed. I knew my body weight would shift a little bit as I came down, because honestly, my resting heart rate, literally just sitting at the couch all morning, was like 100 to 108 beats per minute. So my body was just shook. It just needed some sleep. So now we're in a fantastic spot. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to get this coffee into me now. That'll obviously be like another 250 mils of fluid, and I've already had another 500 mil. So I think that kind of brings me up in and around maybe like 3-ish liters total, I think. But I should be able to sip a little bit more after this meal before the weigh-ins and still be okay. So happy fucking days, guys. Right, I'm going to take my check-in photos, show you those. Not going to bother showing you the next meal because you've already seen that, okay? And I've had it 3 times today, so I'm getting kind of sick of that. But definitely looking forward to having something a little bit sweeter now, which should be nice. So yeah, feeling great, guys, feeling great. It's on, it's on. So hopefully these check-in pictures look pretty decent, but honestly, I think I'm gonna look dry as a motherfucker, but may potentially be on the flat side, but we'll see.
Yep. Yep. Super, super dry. Yep. 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 Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Ready?
You look really good.
Beautiful.
Very good, very nice.
Okay guys, we are back. I've had meal number 3. I've drank a little bit more water and applied my second coat of base tan. Chloe took some pictures of me immediately after that second coat of base tan, and I'm going to actually pop them up on the screen just over here. Super fucking happy with these photos, guys. The most happy I've been with any set of photos probably the whole way through this entire process, if I'm honest. I'm looking a lot fuller, a lot kind of, you know, drier and harder, which is good. Still a little bit more filling and potentially a little bit more drying through the back to come. But once we get the weighing out of the way, we'll be eating a little bit harder tomorrow, and then obviously pulling back tomorrow. Now, I think I've got about 3 liters of fluid in me here and 3 meals. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing 3 meals before stage. Maybe a touch more fluid because we'll probably have more carbs in us. But I actually think, I thought I'd need like 4 liters of fluid. I actually think that 3 liter mark might be good to go. So we'll see what Kuba makes of that. But yeah, honestly, guys, super, super happy with these pictures. Now, one thing I will say, and this is going to sound like an excuse before I even get on stage, but my left glute is completely fucked, okay? I've lost the ability to tense it the whole way up on my side chest, which is really frustrating and really annoying because, you know, that's kind of one of my strengths in that shot, like my side glute. My glutes aren't the best and the most dug out for the back, but I've got lines going the whole way down my glute in my side chest. And I can even show you a picture here from like weeks ago, like literally weeks ago, where you can see all the lines etched down my glute. And now I can't get them to show. And I got Chloe to take a video and I was tensing and I was like, what about now? What about now? Trying loads of different ways to tense it. And even when I tense and I look down at the side of my glute, right, I can actually see that there's like a big, like swelled lump. Like it is quite inflamed because of this sciatica issue or this nerve issue that I do have. That is a little bit frustrating, guys. And as with all sciatica issues, they kind of take a while to go away, right? Sometimes months. I'm hoping with a lot of deep tissue work, I'm going to get Will in probably next week and the week after, maybe even a little bit more if needed, to try and just rub it out and loosen out that area and just see if there's anything we can do to get it to start firing again, because that's the side I hit my side chest. I cannot hit my side chest well on my right hand side. So I just want to be able to get those lines and those details back. And especially because when I'm doing my pose and routine, I actually hit a front double. I transition into like a tricep shot where I tense that glute, hit my side chest, tense that glute, hit another tricep shot, tense that glute, and then turn around from the back. And now in those 4 shots in a row, I can't switch on the glute. So it's just going to take away from my physique a little bit. And what I believe is going to be like one of the strengths for me in those shots. So I think I'm just going to maybe not even try and switch on the glute and just focus on getting the hamstring to pop out and rotating and turning and making sure I've got the upper body on the money rather than just trying to beat a dead horse with switching that glute on. So yeah, just thought I'd get my thoughts across. Anyway, guys, and let you know, look, it's frustrating, but it's just outside of my control. There's nothing I can do about it. Minorly stressed about it, but not so stressed that it's bringing my mood down because everything else literally looks much, much better. It's 3 o'clock now. We're going to chill for another hour, go straight to registration, bring my 2 meals that I have with me, and then we actually need to stop in Tesco Express on the way home to get more rice cakes because Kuba's giving me a lot more rice cakes than I thought. I brought 2 packets with me and he's giving me a lot more than that. And I'm going to need some more for the journey home tomorrow. So I'm going to go to Tesco, grab another 2, maybe even 3 packs of rice cakes just so that I actually have them there. And then we should be sorted, right? Then when we get back, it's literally just a case of chilling, eating the meals I need to chill, get Chloe to prep the food that I need for tomorrow for the way home. And then we'll wait until we check in the morning. Kuba sent me a provisional plan of action for the first 2 meals. I'll confirm that with him this evening and we'll wait until we weigh in tomorrow, see where we're at, see where the fullness is at and all that before I confirm that with you and show you that. But that is going to be in the show day vlog anyway, guys. I've edited some of this video. It's 27 minutes long plus 4 minutes and a half in this clip. So this is going to be a little bit of a long one, but I feel like there's a lot going on in this video. There's a lot of different moving parts and I'm trying to update every step in the way to give you guys proper behind the scenes action of what's going on. The next thing I will be doing is taking you to registration with me. Hopefully get some cool footage there, hopefully meet a couple of people and hopefully make weight and height a-okay. Height will be fine. I know I'm within the height, but I don't have to use an inversion table or anything like that. But weight is going to be the main case. But look, I seen Ryan Gabelloni's post earlier and he has eaten no food all day and only consumed 2 liters of water and he's still 1 kg away from his cap. So that is sucking down to get under the cap. Honestly, I've got absolutely nothing to complain about because after that sleep and a little bit of food, I feel like a new man. Energy's great, form is great, physique is looking on the money. So it is fucking on, guys. Let's get it. Catch you at registration. Yes, guys, we are just leaving an hour early before registration to get to the venue. I've just weighed in at 97.6 kg, which is perfect because I actually weighed out meal number 4, which I'm about to have. It's 258 grams. So very, very low volume. And I got 2 pounds for my cap. So I'm going to try and not sip too much water. Literally just eat that meal the second I get there. And then I think even a little bit of moving around and stuff like that, because I've not been moving all day, will actually help me to just like digest that meal and maybe drop a little bit of weight. So I think I should even be able to weigh in with all my clothes in and be under the cap, which is going to be fucking mint. So I'm super excited to just go here, chill out, get this done, get home early, eat that big fuck off cream of rice meal because I've had 3 savoury cod, ketchup and raisin meals and olive oil all day. So that's just going to be going down a dream. And then we'll have 1 more meal in the evening time, which Kuba hasn't decided yet. But I'm going to ask him, can we have more cream of rice? Because I am craving it. So here we go, guys. Get in the car, drive to the venue, catch up with you there. Right, guys, we've arrived at the venue, we think. We just parked up there. I think we're in the wrong place. So a quick walk down the road. Hopefully find it and hopefully get this out of the way nice and early. It's like 4:15 now. So I don't think we're going to be the first ones here. I think there's probably going to be a lot of other people who have the same idea as us. But look, as long as I'm out the gap early, then I should be good. When I did the MK Classic, They did actually let people register like early at like 4:30. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case again today. We're just at the venue. The height and weighing is in half an hour. So I'm going to get this meal into me now, which is 250 grams. I weighed myself again after another sip of water. 97.7 kg with my clothes off and 98.25 kg with my clothes on. So even if I eat this and not drink any water, I may potentially be able to just not take my clothes off and weigh in, which would be great. So 7 rice cakes going down. We've got 25 grams of whey paste, 50 pineapple, 20 raisins and 20 almond butter with 20 honey. So quite disgusting, but we'll eat this, try and scoop it on to the 7 rice cakes. And then it's game time, guys. Weigh-in, height in, and then get home to start eating and filling out a little bit more. But I'm happy. A few guys here are still over their weight, so I'm not in that scenario, thankfully. Not this year. Actually much tastier than I anticipated, I won't lie. Anything would taste nice right now. Registration. Top of the pack here, much as I did. We'll catch the weigh-in now in a second. Get the badge number, see where we're at. Hopefully a decent number.
Stage timings as well.
Hardly know my name anyway. Irish one.
Mr. Dara McNamara.
That's the one.
I even said it with the accent.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you,
Sign
mate.
and date, please, sir.
Yep.
Just sign and date.
Just signing it.
Yeah. We know where you live.
Thank you very much. 127. Beautiful stuff.
Get your NPC memberships out and see the brown badge. Brown badge up there.
98.25.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You've got your brown badge. Your brown badge, come forward, please.
98.25 for close on. Perfect.
Okay, it's perfect.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Registration done and dusted, guys. Heighted in perfectly, 181.1, 98.25 of clothes on. And it's good to know because I was 97.7 without clothes on. So that gives me like 0.7 kg to my cap without really having to do any water manipulations or anything like that and still eating a good bit of food throughout the day. But we've got some room to grow. We've got some tissue to build in the next off season. So that's wrapped up nice and early. It's 7 minutes past 5, which is ideal. Probably gonna have my next meal at like 6 o'clock, which is perfect. 5-minute drive from the venue here. We'll get in the car, we'll drive home and we will chill out for the evening. Actually, we have to go to Tesco Extra first to get rice cakes and I'm off steps, so Chloe's running in. So we need to get rice cakes and what else?
Pods for tomorrow. I need to get
Coffee pods, oats for the way home.
I think that's it.
That's it. Right, guys. We won't catch up with you in Tesco because Chloe's going to be doing that unless she wants to bring the
I'll bring you
DJI
with
in.
me if you want.
we'll have a Chloe scene in the vlog. That'd be funny.
Like I'm meant to do the show now tomorrow. I feel all like, ooh.
Yeah, Chloe feels left out. I told her she should have done it, but she decided, oh yeah, I might compete, right? I said it to her weeks and weeks and weeks ago. I said, do you want to compete, Chloe? Right? No. Then it got a couple of weeks in and she decided that like 8 weeks out, yeah, I might do the show. So then we like push. And I was like, yeah, you're not going to be ready. So we bailed out there on that one. And
no, but I don't feel like I'm ready to get back on stage yet.
Yeah, she could have been if she just
I couldn't,
when I told her when I told her if she started when I wanted her to, she would have been ready.
No.
So yeah. But anyway, look guys, we'll leave that there. We'll wrap this clip up here. We'll catch up with you at home, eating a big fat bowl of cream of rice, and then probably another big fat bowl of cream of rice, hopefully. Okay guys, welcome back. It is now 8:05. We didn't get to sleep. Well, I didn't get to sleep until about 10 o'clock last night, even though we went into bed at like 9. Normally I'd already be in bed. but I do think I am going to be able to get to bed and get to sleep tonight. And I am so stress-free after making weight, registering, getting my badge, all that other sort of stuff. The look was really good earlier. So we've decided to eat a little bit more in this final meal today and eat a little bit more overall today, just so that we can get the food in now, we can digest it, can sit, and then the next day we don't have to eat as much if we don't need to. We can pull back if needed. We're only going to have 2 meals tomorrow, so I imagine I'm probably going to have my first meal at around 7:30-ish, my second meal at about 10:30, and be on stage at around 12:30. I'll probably have my first meal at 7 and second meal at 10. It'll probably be more on those lines. I think that'd suit me better time-wise, just what I'm used to. But anyway, guys, final meal of the day here. We have got 100 grams of chicken with 50 grams of pineapple and 10 grams of olive oil, and then just a little bit of ketchup on there. And then Kuba was like, what are you fancying, mate? And I was like, honestly, bro, cream of rice. I've had too many savory meals today. And the last bowl of cream of rice I had as well, it was a little bit runny, like the one I showed you yesterday. So here we've got 100 grams of cream of rice with 20 grams of raisins and 20 grams almond butter and a little bit of sweet cinnamon in there. So that is going to go down a treat. So the total calories and macros for today, and I'll also show you tomorrow as well, because you would have seen in a previous vlog what my Monday through to Wednesday food was. And actually Thursday, Friday, it's been a little bit higher. So I'm just going to pop that up on the screen there, just so you can see it. So yesterday we would have ran with 283 protein, 710 carb, 83 fat. Today, 200 protein, so much less protein, 753 carb and 83 fat. So that is a total for today, guys. And funnily enough, today is a day where we've eaten the most amount of food, but it's the day where we've had to weigh in. Now, granted, of all of those carbs, right, we have had 100 and we've had 277 of those carbs in the last 2 meals. And then just before the weigh-in, it was 393 carb. But before we weighed in, guys, I did have 360 grams of carbs before I weighed in. So that was still plenty. And I had about 3 liters of water. So the water total for today is going to be 5.8 liters. And the salt total is 8.5 grams, because I actually forgot to have some in an earlier meal and I've just added back to the last 2 meals. Yesterday, we did 8 liters of water, 9 grams of salt. Today, 5.8 liter water, 8.5 grams salt. And I have actually been pissing and flushing the weight out. My weight there a while ago, before meal number 6, was actually a little bit lower than it was yesterday. So it was 98.75, and I believe yesterday I was like 99.6 or something like that. So I'm like 2 pounds below that. So it'll be interesting to see where I wake up at tomorrow. He has a provisional plan sent over to me for the first 2 meals, but I imagine that will probably change when I send him my check-in photos. The next vlog you see, guys, is going to be the show day vlog. And I've got a couple of good ideas for exactly how I envisage this vlog to go and how I want to record it and what I want it to look like, etc. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. I'm still going to try and get that up on Sunday, guys. I'm keeping the daily vlogs going, banging out 8 videos, 8 days in a row. So make sure you do not miss that one. But guys, I know this video was a long ass video, but hopefully there was a lot of value in there. Hopefully you got a bit of an insight as to my process and the process of just making weight if you are a classic physique competitor in general. Now, stay tuned for next season when I'm actually going to have to suck down to my cap, and that's going to be proper making weight and some proper suffering, where I probably won't be eating or drinking all day and may potentially have to hop in a sauna and all that other sort of shit. So yeah, but look, that's going to be for next year's peak week daily vlogs if I have the energy to do them. But anyway, guys, if you made it this far, like always, make sure to drop a comment down below. Comment down below raisins if you have actually made it this far, and then I know you're a real one. Like the video, and we will catch you in the next one for the show day vlog, baby. Let's go.